Please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Hello! Welcome back, everyone! Thank you very much for tuning in. If you are new here, I appreciate that you press play, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to get ready right now to press play myself on episode 18 from the second season of Fringe, called White Tulip. So I look forward to seeing what that all means. And considering that I say we, because it's it's an experience for you watching this. We're close to the end, and a lot of you have been telling me in the comment section that at the end of season 2, that's when things really start picking up, and I mean, this show is quite spectacular on so many levels as it is that I could barely understand here and there, or when I think I've understood it, I'm told I didn't understand it properly, and when it has been explained to me properly, I tend not to relay it back, or re-explain it the proper way, whatever. The point is, I am going to just still try my best to chill and relax and enjoy the show, even if I don't really understand what the hell is really going on. It's okay. And I think that's the point with this show, no matter what season I'm on, till the last episode of the series. I've been reassured that for this show, it's actually normal that by the end of the entire series, that's maybe when I'll be like, oh! Now I get it. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so, without further ado, people, here's my reaction to this episode. Enjoy.
Any change? Excuse me, honey, I need spare change. Thank you. God bless you.
Something will happen to him.
Now approaching Boston Bay Station.
Okay, but really, what just happened, though? Did they travel to the other side kind of thing, or what? Or did he travel to them? And by the way, I've been corrected to call this universe the Prime Universe. Okay. Well, I got one thing right. Something did happen to him. Happened to all of them. Alright, so all the sci-fi actors are going to show up on this show. That'd be great. Or classic ones, you know. Oh. Telling him in form of a letter? Or maybe he's just practicing his thoughts?
Hey, Walter, it's Peter.
Peter Weller.
Your son.
Peter. Come on, Walter, pick up the phone. Walter, pick up the receiver and hit the square black button next to the red flashing light. You remember? Alright, fine. When you get this...
I want you to get your kit together. I just got off the phone with Olivia. She said there was an incident on a train.
I know how much you love trains. Thought I might cheer you up. Be home to pick you up in 15 minutes, alright?
Wow. How do you tell someone, huh? I don't think a letter is the right way, but I guess there's no other way for him? Saying it's too hard? Wait and see.
I got him a new box of Peak Fringe. He hasn't even opened it.
What, did he say something?
No. So all week it feels like he's been enveloped in this sadness.
have noticed anything.
He's gonna be so mad at her that she kept this from him. This show surprises me a lot, so maybe they'll hopefully write it where he understands her perspective and he's not gonna really hold it against her.
I don't know what happened to these people, Agent Dunn. My first guess is collective heart failure.
You think these people died from having a heart attack at the same time?
Perhaps sympathetic.
Interesting theory.
Like yawning.
Come on, Walter, you really believe that?
Walter, does your theory suggest why all the lights would be out in this car?
No, should be battery backup. Unless it wasn't serviced properly.
Agent Dunham?
Well, hopefully their death was quick and somewhat painless.
He crossed paths with the man as he entered the train car. 6 foot, brown hair, wearing a trench coat.
And he's sure that he saw him coming out of this train car.
The man didn't speak to him or acknowledge him. He just exited down the stairs of the platform.
Did we pick him up on surveillance?
I'm waiting to get word if he can pull him on any footage.
Agent Dunham!
Don't tell me that's how he gets it.
Oh my God.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
That's mine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All that matters is that.
Oh! Can you imagine? They're like, oh, are you Peter? Here it is.
Cell phones, laptops, MP3 players, they're all completely drained of power.
Any theories, Dr. Bishop?
Oh no. Except my initial theory of collective heart failure is probably incorrect. I'll need to take some of these bodies back to the lab. 6 or 7 should suffice.
We have an image from the platform cameras.
Why did they have that moment of him dropping the letter and then...
Everything on this train.
Let's see. I try not to take every scene for granted, you know?
Struggle for their last breath. These people appear as if their switches have simply been turned off.
Hey, how's it going in here?
Hi, Peter. Not very good.
Take samples of this man's lung, brain, and skin. Something's not right here.
Yep, I think it's my paycheck.
Whatever it is, I'm sure you're going to make sense out of it, Walter.
Astro, show me those previous...
Astro! I like how she doesn't even bother to correct him anymore. There's no point.
The process should continue for hours, even after death, but this man's mitochondria seems to have ceased functioning well before it should.
What do you say?
Mitochondria.
And see if there's a trend.
So, what do you
You're
say?
on the same train.
Something was able to reach inside of these people's mitochondria and just drain
Drain them, like the batteries and all of the electrical devices on the train. It wasn't just their hearts that stopped beating, it was every cell in their bodies.
What do you think could possibly do something like that?
I have no idea.
So that guy needs all the energy he can suck in to be there.
I've asked them to output each source to a different monitor and give us a sense of the route our suspect took. Play. He exits the train station crossing Ferris Ave, continuing north. This is from the back on Howard Street. Coming around the corner, there he enters a cafe. He spent almost 45 minutes inside, then left the establishment.
The guy kills a train full of people and then stops for a meal.
He's hungry.
Once he left the cafe, we couldn't locate him on any other cameras.
But we have a place to start. Cafe Walusa.
He comes in all the time. Weird guy.
Weird how?
Well, he always draws on stuff, like the napkins and the placemats.
Well, what sort of stuff does he draw?
Some kind of math, I think. To be honest, my higher math ends at calculating my tip, so.
Buy with a credit card?
Sometimes he does.
That's all you need.
Here, this is him.
Alistair Peck. Thank you, this will really help.
Scientist. Chemist. Something-ist.
These mathematical formulae are extraordinarily complex. Physicists use diagrams like these to shorthand ideas about how atomic particles behave. These are sublime.
This may explain his flourish for numerical wallpapering. Astrophysics.
Ah.
He teaches at MIT.
It does confirm that Dr. Peck was dealing with tremendous energy to do whatever it is he's doing.
Okay. Got all your stuff. What you gonna do? Walk right in. He didn't presume that they would suspect him?
Beck is here. He's downstairs. He just walked in off the street.
Guess that explains what all the surgical tools were for.
What did you do to the people on that train?
What did he do to himself?
Those people aren't dead, miss. Not permanently.
Of course they're dead.
But they soon won't be. Although others soon will be, I'm afraid. It is well within my ability to make it so that you are never in possession of the things I require.
We've implanted Faraday mesh.
What are you talking about, Walter?
A shield to create a temporal pocket around your body.
Of course.
Huh?
Why would you need a temporal pocket?
What are you doing?
Walter, what's happening? Yes.
Spare change?
I'm sorry you have to go through this again.
Oh! What? Is this like Fringe's version of Groundhog Day? Okay.
Hey, Walter, it's Peter.
See, oh boy.
Your son, Peter.
I know you're all gonna wonder, pick up on the differences, Asha.
I want you to get your kid together. I just got off the phone with Olivia. She said there was an incident on a train, and I know how much you love trains.
I won't catch all of them. If I catch any. It'll be really, it would have to be very obvious. And even when it is, I still miss it. I have to rely on my short-term memory, people. This is not good. I've already given up.
Here's the initial report.
You think these people died from having a heart attack at the same time?
Perhaps it's sympathetic or contagious, like yawning.
And then she asks about the light.
Walter, does your theory suggest why all the lights would be out in this car?
No? Should be battery backup, unless it wasn't serviced properly. I'll need to take some of these bodies back to the lab. 6 or 7 should suffice. Little better?
Okay, I'm seeing one difference that they can put in for real drama. Peter finds the letter he drops instead of the technician. Or the agent.
Hi there. The man from the train, did he say something to you? What did he say?
So you have to go through this again.
Again?
To clue them in that they're reliving it at some point. I knew it was weird they put that scene, and now I see why they did it.
cell phones, laptops, they're completely drained of power.
They're right. I'm so forward.
Okay, I was wondering if they're gonna have him notice it again.
That's fine.
He found it on the floor up there.
Oh. Thank you.
The victims didn't die of a group heart attack. They were just completely drained of biological energy.
Just like their phone batteries.
Pretty much. How is the question? Walter's still working on it. I'll let you know if he finds out anything else.
How many times are they gonna rewind this? I don't know.
We managed to ID the print we lifted off the train car relay. We got lucky. It matched the set NASA has on file.
Dr. Alistair Peck. What did he do at NASA?
He was classified as part of a think tank. We don't know much more than that yet.
Well, we know that he lives here, 412 Inman Street.
Okay, well there's one difference. They didn't have to go to the cafe. I know there are many. I'll let you list them for me, okay? Whatever I catch, I catch.
Mr. Peck may have done project work for NASA, but he's employed locally.
Astrophysics. He teaches at MIT.
Walter does this intro.
What?
Wow, I'm having deja vu.
Ah! Cortexiphan powers kicking in.
Fate's way of telling you that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. That's why you feel like you've been there before. You are right in line with your own destiny.
Well, do you believe that?
No, it's a bit mystical for my taste. I never get it myself. Maybe that's because I'm not on track with my own destiny. Huh. Look at this.
Oh gosh, that makes him feel worse.
Okay. But who are you? What's your name? Huh. Well, one of them's bound to be back sooner or later. Hopefully sooner.
So he's trying to relive a moment that he doesn't want to end? Or he wants to change?
Olivia, might I come with you? In your car. I can't drive home with him. I can't forget him.
Walter, you can't keep doing this. Peter knows that something's upsetting you.
I've written him a letter. Instead of me stammering in fits and starts, a letter is more concise. It explains everything in just the right words.
I'd read out loud to him in front of him, though.
I think I'm ready to tell him. I envision his reaction when he reads it, and I run the scene in my mind again and again. And every time, the outcome is terrible. But I will do it. But first, there's something I'm waiting for, Agent Dunn. Something important.
Okay. He's making another one. It's a mechanism to help him go back, perhaps? Oh my gosh. It'll be interesting if they show his whole body at some point.
His focus, obsession, was particle acceleration. Creating wormholes without a particle collider.
So you're saying that Dr. Peck's area of expertise was time travel?
They kept cranking out theories, and eventually every one of them was over our heads.
That must have been frustrating for his superiors.
Embarrassing is better classification.
Is this his wife?
Ah, the fiancée. Her name is Arlette.
Do you remember her last name?
I don't recall, no.
Anything that you can remember about Mr. Peck, it could be important.
Alistair sent me these about 6 months ago to proofread. seeing them published.
Can we take them?
Only gathering
How
dust.
long would that
They are
take?
Pretty dense. Most would say it's gobbledygook.
Well, I happen to know someone who's fluent in gobbledygook.
Another 20 years, with the assistance of some other great minds, I will have absorbed this information. Alistair Peck has conceived of some extraordinary theories and is possibly implementing them.
Meaning what?
He may well be able to travel through time, conceivably. Einstein himself theorized this.
All he needs is his own personal observer for help.
Then what you're saying, Walter, is that Peck's moving through time is what killed all of these people on the train.
That is my theory, yes, and Olivia, if it is right, then we may well have apprehended this man already. Possibly several times.
And then he just keeps going back.
And his fiancée. The car in one of the photo album pictures is registered to an Arlette Turley. Her license information is coming through.
Okay, that's her. Find out whatever you can. She's our only connection to Peck.
Achieving the Arlette principle.
What'd you just say?
Achieving the Arlette principle.
I think I know why Peck is doing this. Arlette Turling was killed in a car accident 10 months ago.
On the 18th of May.
What if Alistair Peck is going back to save her?
Yeah, okay. So I was thinking, like, either to change something or to relive something.
Considering the amount of energy that was drawn when he landed at the station this morning, using Peck's own theories, I estimate that we witnessed just a 12-hour jump. 10-month jump. The results would be devastating.
Well, how many casualties?
It would depend where he landed. Hundreds.
Oof. And that's just estimations. Could be more.
This is weird. I did a search for Peck's cell phone when we first ID'd him as a suspect. He didn't have one, but Arlette Turling's number is still active. Someone's paying the bill. Now, in the past 24 hours, the primary cell tower that's been handling the signal from Arlette's cell phone is a tower near Albany Street.
Oh, what's near Albany Street?
MIT.
Well, what's he doing at MIT? The professor said she hadn't seen him for almost a year.
Well, Walter has a lab here. Maybe Peck has a lab there.
Makes sense.
Are there any windows in that lab? Get your men on the rooftops.
Those guns really necessary?
Okay, you want me to take you back home?
No, stay there. Agent Roy. If we are correct, for Peck, this is about bringing a dead loved one back to life, then Peck and I, we have something in common. Let me speak to him. I could talk to him. I think I can convince him to stop this.
I want to see that.
Please.
Let's talk to Broyles.
And since this show writes such great lines, the performance of that. Woo! Are we getting a full body shot here?
Wait, I'm not a threat. I am an ambassador.
Oh, that's amazing.
You're Dr. Walter Bishop. I've read you. New Frontiers in Genetic Hybridization.
And I know that if you wanted to, you could disappear from here in a second. Please trust me.
Dum 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 dum.
You figured out how to bend time, but you're only interested in traveling to the past. Your goal, your next jump is the 18th of May.
So you know. The 18th of May. Yes.
Don't do that. Don't stand there. There are snipers outside. Stay away from the window.
Okay.
I hope he knows what he's doing.
Nah.
If you are reunited with your fiancée and you pulled her from that car, the victims of this last massive reset will remain dead.
Listen. On the day of the crash, we argued. Arlette wanted me to go to some store to register for wedding gifts, and I hurt her feelings and I left. As I walked, I became drawn to something on the horizon. A large red ball. It was a hot air balloon, moored on the city's outskirts out in this field. I spent the whole day in this field, looking at this balloon. And I got my answer. I had an epiphany of how to physically apply my theories of time travel. I was in that field the moment her car was hit. If I'd have simply done what she asked me, if I'd have said, sure, I'll go with you, I know it wouldn't have happened.
That's crazy, but cool.
But I'll jump back into that empty field, Walter, and I will only drain the energy from the plant life. Energy will be dispersed, no one will die, and I will pull Arlette from that car and I will save her life.
You know why you haven't gone back to May 18th yet. Because you don't know how to.
It's gonna help him figure it out.
What happened? Someone get that signal back online.
You approximated the time of curvature using a 7th order polynomial. But you made one small error. For the distance you require, it should be at least 9. I'm telling you how to do this, but I'm telling you cannot do it.
I must do it.
You'll never be able to live with the consequences.
I told you no one will die.
That's not the consequences I'm talking about. I too attempted the unimaginable, and I succeeded. I crossed into another universe and took a son that wasn't mine. And since then, not a day has passed without me feeling the burden of that act.
Wow, is this the first person he's ever told?
I'm going to tell you something that I never told another soul. I took my son from the other side. I had never believed in God. But it occurred to me that my actions had betrayed him. And that everything that had happened to me since was God punishing me. I've asked God for sign of forgiveness. The specific one, white tulip.
Tulips don't bloom this time of year, white or otherwise.
But he's God. And if God can forgive me for my acts, then maybe it's in the realm of possibility that my son possibly may be able to forgive me too.
God is polio and flu vaccines and MRI machines and artificial hearts. If you're a man of science, then that's the only faith we need.
Is it though?
It's not our place to adjust the universe, and you will never be able to look at her again without knowing that, just like every time I look at my son. I have traveled through madness to figure this out, and you will too.
You're asking me to just leave her there.
Take a leap of faith. Oh my god.
No, don't stop. I'm all right.
Oh no!
Officer, I need to back up.
Where did he go this time?
I'm at 412 Inman Street.
This is weird. I did a search for Peck's cell phone when we first ID'd him as a suspect. He didn't have one, but Arlette Turling's number is still active near Albany Street.
Donna,
Alistair Peck is back at his residence. 6 dead, including 2 Boston PD officers. We have to take him down before it jumps again.
Oh boy. Just gonna leave a note for Walter. Nope.
Take it.
Okay, because he has the formula from Walter and he's gonna try to save her. Oh my gosh! Will he though? Okay. I'm kind of speechless right now.
I haven't seen you look at that letter for a while. It's been almost a year since Alistair died.
Today's the day I'm supposed to send it.
Open it. Apparently Alistair felt whatever it is he could put in your trust.
He wouldn't have sealed it if he wanted me to see what's inside.
Huh. The formula for time travel? Change the world! Back at the beginning. As if this never happened. So it's like a reset. Maybe he'll change his mind not to write the letter. Is that what it is? Perhaps?
Hey, Walter! Hey, I got you something. Fix your turntable. I tell you to keep it out of the lab this time, but I know you won't.
Thank you, Peter.
Thought maybe you'd like some music to cheer you up.
Is he gonna tell him?
If there's something you want to talk to me about.
No. Something was weighing on me. A decision. And find.
Okay. I'm gonna go hit the hay.
Amen. Okay. So he's going to take that as a sign from God for forgiveness. And I could see it how... Okay, sorry, I'm just... so much thoughts. Okay, so... Through that experience, God is showing his forgiveness. That's one way to look at it. That's quite something. Alrighty, scene-wise, it's definitely when they realize that it's a time travel situation, somewhat of a Groundhog's Day, scenario going on. That revelation at that point in the episode was very surprising. Because, we've been dealing with time travel in the context of this episode, using it to have Walter relay what he's said to Alistair. That was really cool. It's really cool. An excellent episode. And the Ashamoji that goes with it is a 5. I hope you've enjoyed this reaction. There you have it. That's episode 18, White Tulip, from the 2nd season of Fringe. Share your comments below. Give me your breakdown, because it's easier for me to understand through how others understand it. And also, not just understand, but also just... I like multiple perspectives. Whether I agree with them, that's not the point. I just like seeing multiple perspectives, and whichever I resonate strongly with, I'll kind of hang on to that. Because there's so much going on levels I can't grasp. I just can't. Not right now, anyway. So, share those breakdowns of this episode. Okay? If you want access to my full reaction to White Tulip, details about joining my club is in the description box below. So until my reaction to episode 19, which I can only presume is going to just get even more bonkers for my mind to take in, but hopefully as entertaining as this one was. I'll see you then. Peace out. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.